Morning, everybody. We are going to look at just a little bit more of the radical equations with variables on both sides. We're going to tweak it just a little bit today, and I'm hoping that today is actually a little bit easier than what we did yesterday, because not only are we putting variables on both sides of the equation, we're going to put radicals on both sides of the equation, which sounds terrifying and awful, but isn't. So, we're going to look at problems today like the square root of x plus 3 equals the square root of x minus, I should probably make this like a 2x minus 7 because otherwise that might not work. So looking at this, we've got radicals on both sides, which seems gross, but it's actually relatively simple because the radicals are by themselves right now on their respective sides. I don't have anything extra, so I'm not going to have to FOIL or anything. I'm just going to do what we do when we see radicals by themselves. I'm going to square both sides. So we square both sides. In doing so, the square root of something squared is just that thing. The square root of something squared is just that thing. And now we actually have a relatively straightforward equation. We don't have to FOIL, we don't have to factor, we've dealt with a radical on both sides. So get your x's together is always a big first step. So we'll have just 2x minus x will just be an x. I'm going to move that 7 over to the other side then. 3 plus 7 is 10. So x equals 10. Cool. Let's check our answer. 10 plus 3 is the square root of 13. I'm not going to calculate that yet. I'm just going to look and see what I get on the other side. 10 times 2 is 20. 20 minus 7 is 13. So the square root of 13. And as it turns out, the square root of 13 equals the square root of 13. So we're good there. Shiny. And that's what we're covering today. I want to give you all a chance really to catch up on some of the stuff from yesterday because I know yesterday was tough, so don't want to give you anything too fancy or too new. So this is kind of in the same vein of what we're doing, but kind of a simpler, easier version of it, dealing with the radicals on both sides. So I'm going to give you a problem, and we're going to make it a nice, quick, easy day today. Square root of 4x plus 6 equals the square root of, let's say, x minus 8. Take a moment and calculate x. Go. All right, let's go through this together. Radicals are already by themselves, so we're going to go ahead and square both sides. The square root of something squared will give me that thing. Square root of something will give me that thing. Subtract x. 3x equals, subtract 6, negative 14. Divide by 3. And x will equal negative 14 thirds. And hopefully that's what you got. Quick and easy day today. You're probably looking at about another 8 problems. We're probably looking at the next big assessment after the lesson on Monday. Monday will probably just be a review of a whole bunch of radical stuff. And then an assessment after that, looking at Tuesday, Thursday. Because those are the days that we don't meet anymore. So that's what we're looking at. And go ahead and get to work on the problems.